Push the button, so I think it's time. Salutations, kindred spirits, greetings. Welcome to another live stream. Here we are sharing the magic, trying to make the world a better place, one magical moment at a time. I hope you're joining me on your daily duties, spreading some magic around the world. Got a lot to share today. We're going to give away some things. We're going to promote some giveaways. And of course, we're going to do some magic. If you missed the thumbnail or not aware, the giveaway is going to be a Harry Potter deck. And I actually have a couple of these to give away. We'll talk more about these as time goes on. I know people, when they tune into these events, are always excited to see a little magic. And hey, I'm excited to share a little bit with you today, as though I must mention this piece, while it is a piece that I've done a lot in my lifetime, I just reacquainted myself with this routine only yesterday. And yes, indeed, all my friends in the Far East, happy Holly to you as well. Thanks for taking some time from your day to celebrate with me on the platforms. This is an interesting effect. Let's see how it goes. Hey chat, how am I doing? Let's see how I'm doing after this thing. All right, so this is let's just keep this simple. There's a lot of ways you can go with this, but just for my own benefit, we'll keep it simple. Maybe if I can get someone in the chat to name a card, someone in the chat will type it in. This will make this thing seem a little fair. I'll shuffle just briefly as we do this. Your favorite magic grandpa? Really, hey, if you just got here, you're just in time. I just clicked the on button, so we're being patient while someone types the card in for our chat delay here as we proceed to do one of the most interesting magic moments of the last few decades. If not, I'm just going to pick one at random. There we go. There we go. Hey, Jake, what's up, buddy? 5 of clubs. Jake's in with a quickie. 5 of clubs. If you're not typing the 5 of clubs, you're typing the wrong card. But thank you for your participation. Yeah, it needs to be the 5 because that's the one that's a little different than the rest of the deck. Yeah, you can see how, maybe you can see how this card, it's a little bit bigger. It's an illusion. I don't know if you could do this trick with the Joker. Maybe this, if you can't tell the difference between the big card and the little ones, let me try it this way. Let me squeeze and a blow. And now the rest of the deck will turn, yeah, the rest of the deck turns big. Oh, look, except for one tiny 5 of clubs in the, can you see the 5 of clubs? Probably could have had a better downward shot, but here, let me start over. I'll just snap of the fingers, bring this thing back to the way we started. One regular deck, 52 faces, and that is that. This is, the dude rocks. He's upset that no one said 7 of hearts. Good thing, actually. I'll do it again. Maybe let's take I'm not going to take my favorite one, but hey, if you know my favorite card, you're going to be in an advantage. As I do this again, let me tell you what this is. This is Mike Powers' Diminishing Returns. I'm just going to go through here and take a random card. We'll use the 10 of diamonds, and that's a good one because, nope. Why we only do it once, folks. That's a good one because it's the only card that's big in the deck compared to all the small ones. And then again, you take any card they name, push it back in the pack, do a little hocus pocus, then the magic reverses itself to where there's one little bitty freely named card, the 10 of diamonds in this case, and then the card changes back instantly. And you're immediately reset to do the trick again. So this is the new addition to the product line. I'm trying to add some new things for you guys here because I know you like the new stuff. At conjure.com, Mike Powers has been a buddy of mine for many moons. One of my favorite tricks is one of his releases, the Plastic Lady England effect. Mike has a site, a Mall of Magic. You can peruse his wares. And hey, I know some of you are going to be at the convention in St. Louis I'm attending in April, and Mike will be there as well. So wonderful time to see him. But hey, if you want a good card trick for less than 20 bucks, the kind of thing you don't see every day, put diminishing returns on your radar. And hey, if nothing else, I hope you enjoyed the theatrical experience. Let's take note that I just reacquainted myself with that yesterday. So I've only been practicing like 5 or 10 times. I'm not a role model. Let's note that. When you do these things, you'll want to practice a little more than that. Yeah, I'll tell you what that is. Its lineage dates back to Brother John Hammond. Brother John Hammond, another St. Louis magician. Going to talk about this next. I'm going to do the giveaway in about 10 minutes. Let everyone get in here. If you're waiting for the giveaway, just be a little more patient. Someone in here is going to get this Harry Potter deck, and then I'm going to give another one away next week. I'm waiting on the rest of the collection to arrive. Today, we're offering the Hufflepuff pack. My wife explained to me that was probably the weakest pack to offer at first, but that's what I've got today. And the Magic wants me to do the pop-out move. I'll try it when I open the cards. It's best to get the questions in at the end of the stream. And yo, folks, I'm leaving some extra time today. As long as we have some extra banter, some interesting banter, I'm going to hang around a bit and do some Q&A for, you know, we could stay here an hour if you want. You don't have to stay. You can stay as long as you like. It's up to you. All right, so as we're talking about interesting things, I did not, or actually I cannot do this one. This is A.B.See. I added this, and I don't normally do this. I added this to my offerings at conjure.com, sight unseen. And wow, look at the packaging in this beautiful piece, right? This deck is designed to look like a deck of flashcards. If you don't know what this is a release by Spidey, who is a popular YouTuber and magician mentalist. And Spidey developed this system. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but he developed a system that basically gives you the power of a memorized deck. And if you're a performing magician, you know how powerful a memorized deck can be. You can learn this system literally in minutes. And he proves this on the tutorial as he teaches a layman in about 10 minutes how to memorize an apparently random mixed deck of cards. And then you have this charming flash deck, which is a nice way to take card tricks away from card tricks. In fact, the way Spidey demos this is as a drawing duplication more than anything. And having a spectator attached to an image more so than a playing card can always be a more theatrical presentation. And I guess I should note, this needs to be done for a live spectator. Like, I've got the basics of this down. I have learned the system, but it's a hard trick to demonstrate on the social media platforms. It is also a product that I just learned last night, so I'm not going to go into great detail or even try to do this thing, but stay tuned in the future. Maybe I will. And hey, if some of you would be looking for the trick of 2022, well, guess what? We have them at conjure.com, and I hope you'll pardon me while I be somewhat capitalistic here. This website, that website, is one of the pieces of the puzzle that lets me spend my days doing this with you, and also doing things like giving away stuff. So if you do enjoy the arts and you have some money to share, well, I'd like some of it. Thank you. All right, guys, let's look at Gary's talking about the 3-shell game. That's what we're going to talk about next. Gary's a member. So if you don't know, I have a members area. That link is in the description. You can join the members area. And I have tutorials there, advanced tutorials. I have a lot of tutorials on the platform, but I have advanced tutorials in the members area. Today I filmed the 3-shell game. I'm going to demonstrate that next, but I filmed the tutorial for the members area. I did it live just because I'm so short on time. Normally I edit the videos together and you get a nice edited presentation. Today I just clicked the live button and filmed the live for you. If you're a member and member, that 3-shell game's waiting for you now. Ron's got my attention. Digital Evolution with a super chat of 25. What the what? Thank you so much. Hi, Doug. Love your tricks. Your style always makes me smile and relax. Haven't missed a video since I discovered you back in November. Thank you for the money. Thank you for, first of all, watching the videos. That's a big piece of the puzzle as well. And greatly appreciate the support. All right, let's get a close-up here. We're going to talk about the shell game. The shell game. We're going to talk about a few different things of the shell game, including not the how, because that would be nefarious. But we're going to explain some of the different sets that I have, different options that you can use, and we'll do that momentarily as I pretend like I was actually ready to do this. I need the other glass, and then we'll be ready to go. This will be a loose demonstration of what you saw me do on the short platform. It's been a pretty popular short for me this week, and I had a couple of people request a tutorial for this one. So you got it. You got it today. And I'm not a master of the shell game. In fact, I've been learning. I've been progressing my shell game skills for the last 6 or 7 months, and this is where I'm at. So yeah, these are the School for Scoundrels shells. We'll talk more about them in a second. The game, as you're probably familiar with, is follow the P. So the dealer, here's the way they play it. They mix them around and they ask you to bet money where the P is. Well, I'm going to tell you this. If you're going to bet, and you shouldn't, but if you're going to bet where you think the P is, you always want to bet where you least suspect. Where you least suspect, right? So like this, if you think it's going to go over here or over here, then you might want to bet in the middle. I want to bet in the middle. Be aware of this too. The cheaters, the dealers that will cover the P, they'll cover it, and then as they move it, they'll let you see them sneak it into another shell. So now you're inclined to bet here, maybe here, but as I explained, it's always the one that you least suspect. That's where you want to bet. Now, here's a suggestion. Here is one way you can win it. When they put the shell over the P, put something over the shell, like a glass, or put your hand on it or another glass on it. Now you got something to work with. And even with that, I know some of you are going to be inclined to bet over here, or you might go over here on this side. But hey, if you're going to bet, here's the bet that wins the shell game. It's the bet you never place. That's the secret to the 3 shells, and I hope that's somewhat clear. I just did that finish. I said don't do that finish. My wife suggested this finish. What if the P's ended up under the glass? And I decide that a good time to test that out is live on the internet. Normally, if you watch the shell game clip, I just make them vanish. They just poof. They're all gone. Anyway, there's an option for you going under the glass. So if you remember, you'll get to learn how all that happens. Basic shell game skills is really all it is. It uses an advanced concept from what I learned from Bob Sheets. And if you're not aware of Bob Sheets, well, he is a funny, skillful man, one of my all-time favorite sleight of hand performers. He doesn't get out and around a lot these days as far as the magic scene goes, but just because he's busy out there working. All right, let me give y'all people what I'm working with here. This is the School for Scoundrels set. This is the, maybe we should start at the beginning. Let's progress here. This is a Vernay shell game. If you're a total beginner and interested in the shell game, you'll start maybe with something like this. This is a $10 set. It's molded plastic. It comes with some nice shells. I would have no problem using this set as a professional. This is fine. And this is my $10 offering at conjure.com. It comes with a little video tutorial. You get 2 P's of plastic shells. I think it might be $8. That's a cheap introduction. These are what I used to use and what I really enjoy. And these are great. These are the School for Scoundrels shells. And I have 2 variants here. This one is the Natural Look Resin. Yeah, my glasses are not clear. Yeah, it's probably because my greasy hands have been handling them all week. So these are the School for Scoundrels resin shells. I'm going to leave them in here, but these are like a plastic designed to look like a regular shell. The nice thing about the School for Scoundrels offering is they come with a set of perfect P's, and this includes 2 P's that are a hard P, and I'll show you more about that as I show you my set. This is a $50 set, these resin cast shells, and this is the natural or cast resin School for Scoundrel shells. International shipping, it costs me about $40 to send a package internationally. I'll do it if you want to pay it, but if it's probably best you look to shop in your own land. But drop me an email if you like. My website is not configured for international shipping because of that, and I do handle those on a case-by-base comment. All right, so here's my here's my little shell game kit, and this is what you're not seeing me do. You might have seen me do some of this on a previous short attempt where I used the dice, and then I used this letter P as the finish for the shell game. It's a P. You find the P, right? This is, again, Bob Sheets stuff. Bob Sheets ideas. All right, so let's look at this. This is the copper set of shells. You get 3. They're pewter shells cast in copper plating. It also, this kit includes the shot glass, which covers it up quite nicely. In fact, it's an ideal fit. It's perfect for this routine. If you know the shot glass thing, you're going to need that. And then you get those perfect Ps. 5 soft, 2 hard, and this is what compromises the School for Scoundrels copper set. So there's my little dissertation on the shell game. It's reasonably easy to learn this thing, and if you're not aware, I'll give you guys one little bit here. So if you're ever gonna be tempted to bet on this swindle on the streets, you're just not gonna win, because when the dealer asks you to pick where you think it goes, they're immediately going to take it out of that shell and put it somewhere else. So if they want to show it to you over here, they're going to do that. And they do it by sneaking it out the back. The way this shell is designed and the softness of the P allows me to simply sneak it into my hand and then onto another shell. And there's lots of ways that you can handle this application. There's ways to do it with the shells between your fingers. And well, you've seen me do a few of them today. And heck, I think I've babbled enough about the shell game. And now you know a little bit about one of the really all-time great hustles. In fact, one of the other ones is 3-card Monty, but you never see that one because people can win that game. They can turn over the right card. The scammers, the con artists that you see on the street, they use the shell game because complete no chance of winning. Not like you could win the 3-card Monty anyway. They'll take your money there too. All right, what did I want to talk about next? I got good magic wands in. Let's talk about the magic wand, and then we'll give away the decks. The deck. I say decks. I've actually got different giveaways today. Look at this. I got a trio of decks, but we'll talk about the others in just a second. Let me promote one more thing in my shop, and then we'll do this Harry Potter deck giveaway. I'm going to unbox it too as I'm giving it away. These are new, and I'm very, very, very happy to have these black wooden magic wands. See if I get my better camera on this. Hey, y'all, what's happening? I see you chat. We're going to chat more when I'm done blabbering about the agenda. So this is a hard wooden wand. This is the bold black wand from Bacon Magic. And I have a couple of wands I sell. I have a great, strong, sturdy metal wand. It's a long one, so it's a little bit bigger than this. And the wand that I normally use, where are you? My old faithful. I get a lot of people ask me about this wand, which is about this size. Okay, that one's a little bit bigger. And I wanted to stock something as close to this as I could. I have the black ones now. I have the brown ones on the way. And these are going to be, I think, look, these things are less than 10 bucks. $9.95 for this fine wand with a carrying case. These are going to be our standard wand at conjure.com. And that's the last of our product promotion today. It's all quality stuff. I wouldn't be offering it if it wasn't. I handpick everything I sell, and if you don't like it, I'll gladly return your money. All right, let's open these and take a look at them as I get set to give away one of these. And I'll note that if you don't win a deck today, well, guess what? I'm doing another deck giveaway next Friday. And the second deck giveaway will be on Instagram Live. Yeah, Instagram, where I've been slowly building a following there. We're about to hit 10K, and if my math is correct, this giveaway will coincide with about 10,000. So I'm going to do my first live event on Instagram. I've been on Instagram for years, but I've never done a live event there. So next Friday at 7 o'clock on Instagram, you could get a second chance to win one of these Harry Potter decks. And I've left a link in the description below. Let me repeat that. There is a link in the description below to the Instagram post that you'll need to comment on to win the deck in the giveaway on Instagram next week. But someone's going to win this one here today. Let's just take a few more minutes and look at what this deck compromises. An embossed tuck case. It's a Theory 11 deck, so you know you're going to get top quality with Theory 11. And of course, with a subject like Harry Potter are going to approach it artistically. Sadly, my Harry Potter knowledge is not all that it should be. Those are your jokers. We're going to look at the Ace of Spades and then some of the court cards. Now that is a beautiful piece of card, right? Yeah, the Avengers deck, the Theory 11 has done a lot of decks. They're probably the most prominent deck designer in the world. They did Star Wars decks, Avengers decks. They got a lot of proprietary brands. Like I should know all these characters' names. But I'm looking forward to maybe crafting some story-esque applications for the magic moments. Someone asked me about the pop-up move. I mentioned that. There's Harry, King of Hearts. And that's what the Harry Potter deck comes with. Include 2 double backers. That's an interesting choice. Normally it's 1 double backer. I guess this is kind of an ad card. Normally it's a blank facer. All right, let me do this. Let's see. Let me reverse shuffle these. This is more information than you need to know, but if I do this, and then if I'm able to give the deck 2 perfect pharaohs, they pharaoh nicely. This is the first one. If you're not familiar with the pharaoh, I've talked about this before on the platforms. It's dividing the deck exactly in half and then interweaving every card with every other card. Feels like I was one off there. One off. This should position the cards that I need after those 2 shuffles. The pop-out move is not my, it's not one that I use a lot. There's the Ace of Diamonds. We set like this, I think. I'll show you what I prefer to do instead of the pop-out move. Ace of Spades. I like this one. It offers more control. Watch the next ace pop out. It comes whoop, right out that way. That's the third one. What are we missing? The hearts. That one's about 24. This is the extreme pop out. And that's what the aces look like. So this is the Harry Potter deck. And someone, oh yeah, well, you know, all the 7s are together, all the 6s, that's all the 5s, that's all the 4s, the 3s, the 2s, the kings, the queens, the jacks, the 10s, the 9s, the 8s. Guess we found everything. Can I do a trick with the 8 of hearts? Sure. Okay, let me do it this way. This is what we talked about last week. I'll find the 8 of hearts with the shuffle. What I'll do is shuffle them face up and face down. And as I give them this shuffle, I'll look for the 8 of hearts. So I'm looking in the face up pile, all right? If I don't see the 8 of hearts in the face up pile, that means it's probably one of the face down cards. So this is gonna make it, this is gonna narrow it down to less than 50%. It's like simple math. You just look through the face down cards, and if you can find, oh, look at this, they're all, seems to be only one face down card. That's going to make that 8 of hearts easy to find. Now, what I'm going to do is take one card out of the deck, and whoever names this card, that's right, we're doing it, folks. We're giving away the Harry Potter deck now. Whoever names the card I pick out will be the winner of this deck. Now, we've done this randomly before, and you can start typing if you want. Everyone's on a 3-second delay, so you get one chance every 3 seconds. And I'll tell you this. Jake knows what's happening. I love Triumph. This card is my favorite card. So if you know what my favorite card is, well, you have an advantage. And good luck. This is where no one guesses for 23 minutes. Not the 8 of hearts, so 5 of diamonds. That's in the ballpark, Jimmy. Good to see you too, Jimmy. In game, 6 of spades. Nope, it's not the 4 spades or 7 of hearts, 2 of spades. Nobody knows my favorite card. Johnny, 4 spades. No, sir. Haven't seen it yet. Paulie, 3 of spades, negative. Wow, that's not it either. Mogu, I see you typing. You said no to 4 spades. The vice of diamonds. That's so. Oh, bang, got it. Gold bug. Hey, brother. Love to see my man Goldbug get this one right. Congratulations, my friend. Goldbug is number 1. a great creator. If you like short form magic videos and you want to see who's up and coming, who's bringing the next wave, go subscribe to my good friend Goldbug, who also moderates my Discord. Yep, we got a Discord that I waffle on. I'm not sure if it's going to stick around, but we're sticking it around. Everyone say congratulations to Goldbug. He's a fine creator, a good chap, a good young man, and I'd be happy to send international shipping to you, my friend. I have your address, I think. I do, so I don't even need that. I'll get you that pack in the mail. It'll probably go out tomorrow, brother. And thank you for all for caring. And again, if you'd like to get a second chance, in the description below is my Instagram link. It has the link to the place you got to comment. Decurious, Precurious. I made something in Harry Potter up. I don't know. Here's the other decks I'm giving away, but I'm not just going to give them away here. You got to be careful because they package these upside down. Yeah, that's the thing. You go enter the Instagram one, and then you don't have to be present to win. I'm going to pick a winner from the comments in the Instagram. So it gives everyone a fair shake to win a deck. These are the decks that I'm giving away at Conjure.com this weekend in particular, while supplies last. I got the Jerry's Nuggets Steels, and I got the DMC V2 Sharks. And these will be dropped into any order of 25 bucks or more. If you spend that money at Conjure.com, it'll be there waiting on you at the checkout. Just pick which one you want. Those will go in your package while supplies last. And if they don't last, I'll order more next week and make sure they get in there as well. Look at this. Coming right up to about, oh, there's an interesting challenge. We're going to start our performance. Yeah, I'll try the Grandpa's Aces for you, bro. Let me first say, is there any questions about what I have said, spoken about, promoted, presented, demonstrated? If you have any questions about that stuff, get it in now before I start talking about who knows what for a while. So top of the slots, I will ship to the UK on a case-by-case basis. Depending on what you order, it could cost like 40 bucks for me to ship a package overseas. I'm hoping I can get away with sending these cards for about 20 bucks, which will actually cost me more than the cards themselves. Goldbug, while I'm at it, I'm going to send you something extra. You're going to get, I'll show you, I got some extra prizes. I got these, got a great deal on these books. This Murphy's is having a bit of a sale, my distributor. I ordered several of these to give away to students. I'm gonna put one of these in your box, GB. Routine Manipulation Volume 2. And no one will buy it if I put it on the shelf, so I'm just gonna have to give it away. All right, the Boods Rocks. I'm gonna ask you to tone down the blah just a bit. Give everyone else a chance to comment, and we'll all have a fine opportunity to participate in the live stream. Matthew wants to know if there's a pop-out tutorial. Look, bro, I'll give you one right now. There's not, but I'm not good at the move, but I'll give you an idea of what it is. Here. This is the Pied Fortin pop-out move. Pied Fortin, P-I-E-T, Pete, I guess, Pete Fortin, F-O-R-T-O-N, Pied Fortin, all right? We're going to produce a joker off the bottom of the deck. So this is generally done maybe after I'm shuffling. And as I do so, I get a little thumb break. So I get a little thumb separation between the right there. So that's the start. And here's what's going to happen. This hand, and it's after I cut, going to be the bottom half here that has the card. This hand is going to swivel. And as it swivels, I'm going to release the pressure off my thumb. And that's going to cause the joker to swing, pivot around my finger here. So this is the action that it starts with, though. You do this, and then at one moment, you do that swivel, let it fly, and that's what gives you that pop-out move. 1, 2, 3, pop out. Now, generally, it's done with the card reversed, which makes it appear, whoa, got away from me. Generally, it's done with the card reversed that allows the card to be a little more visible. Now, here's the thing that everyone misses. Let me repeat this. Here's the thing that everyone misses. When you do the pop-out move, you'll generally have 4 of a kind on the bottom of the deck. Let me just do this with the 2 jokers, and I'll explain what everyone misses. I'm going to reverse the 2 jokers. I'm going to do my little shuffles, and as I square, I'm going to get set for the pop-out of the first one. Do the pop-out move, but do it right. This will take practice, of course, unlike I have given this. I'm not a pop-outer. But after you do the pop-out, here's what people miss. As you set the card to the table, it's this moment that you acquire the break for the next production. So as you're laying this card to the table, I'm now getting that break set for the next one, which will allow me to pop it out, and so on. I can get another break, then I can get another break. I'm not getting the breaks while my hands are floating in space. I'm getting my breaks as I'm moving action to the table. There is your 3-minute tutorial on the PA Fortin pop-out move. And if nothing else, at least you know who invented it and where you can research it. Maybe there is a tutorial on the platforms. Hey, Jason, thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. For the members that are in the stream or active, I do have a series of revelations that I published of many ways to pop cards out of the deck. And there's like 10 of those. I did it in a live, members live area event, and you'll have to search for that there. I'm hoping Michael Holmes is on the stream right now, and I can say thank you very much, Michael, for your purchase. That's one less School for Scoundrels shell game set. Greatly appreciate you supporting the cause, and you're going to love them. Those shells, look, man, those shells changed my shell thought. You know, congratulations. You'll enjoy them. Jason, did I say thank you? Thank you. I think I said thank you. Oh, we got Danish joining. Welcome to the Con Man fam. Danish, you'll have access to special live events. If you want the advanced tutorials, it's the Conjurer Plus level that'll make that happen. Got about 20 advanced tutorials, but look, you get a huge value for $1. At least once or twice a month, I pop on live streams, I do unboxings, and occasionally you get extra tutorials on that level as well. Goldbug, you're doing outstanding work on the platform, and you deserve lots of attention. Keep what you're doing, and you will get it. Flicking the cards from the deck. Let me explain flicking the cards from the deck. Here, I'll do 2 things here. This is a great, someone said, you want me to do a gimmickless invisible deck routine? So now you're out of my ballpark here. You're over my head. All right. I'm setting this up. Someone asked for Grandpa's Aces. And I'm going to do Grandpa's Aces with the PA Fortin pop-out move, which is a little bit different. And as I do this, I'll talk about the next question, which is, that's the antique copper one, Gary. I'll talk about shooting cards out of the deck. Where am I here? I should pay attention to my magic and not the chat. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Yep, we screwed the pooch. Multitasking on the internet while doing card tricks I rarely perform. Good times. All right, here we'll go. I'll pretend to shuffle one more time. This is not an actual shuffle, but it looks pretty good. Do one more of those. If I've been tracking these correctly, that's the first ace right there. Second one we're going to produce right over here. That's the second one. That's the third one right over here. Ooh, I'm nailing these things. I was going to do the hot shot cut on this one, but I can't do it, so we'll do that. Grandpa's Aces, the way I do it is I give 3 cards for each ace. So like 3 for the diamond and 3 for the heart and the club and the spade. If you're not familiar with the plot, the idea is this. Somehow I use subterfuge to make the aces appear to disappear from their packets. If you remembered, I had an ace that was face up over here in this pile, but nope, not there anymore. Yep, it's gone. I'll do it again, and note it is right there face up until I give it the through the fists. That's the Vernon techniques that makes the ace disappear. This is the ORAM subtlety that convinces the viewers that it's really happening. And maybe this, how about I'll do the last one for you. I'll give you an idea of how it happens, all right? And to do that, I'll leave the ace face up in the packet. So what I actually do is exchange the ace for another card in the packet. In this case, it's the 4 of diamonds, and that then allows me to sneak the aces out of the packet here and into the leader packet. Yeah, the leader packet, which, if you know, has the ace of spades. That's where the other 3 aces follow, and that is what David Copperfield popularized as Grandpa's aces, but it's really the McDonald ace assembly. The way Copperfield did it, he just had the last ace there, and he did something like this, and all the aces were there. You could do that as the finish as well. Lots of versions of this trick. The real name of the trick, again, is McDonald's Aces. It's been around for about 70 years, maybe longer than that. And if you want the scoop on that, then now you know what to look for. McDonald's Aces. It's a version of an ace assembly. Let's find another question we can answer. Scroll up a little bit and see if I'm missing anything. Oh yeah, Jason, it's the hot shot or the top or the hot shot or the top shot. Thank you. Jason's answering the questions for me. The hot shot cut is this. I'll show you the differences. Hot shot cut is the one-handed cut. I do have a tutorial on this one. Holding the deck in straddle grip, you swivel it between your fingers, and that portion goes to the bottom. Your forefinger then pivots the card out, and when your second finger pulls, it snaps the card flying through the air. This has been with me for the better part of my adult life. The top shot I don't use. I've practiced it a bit, but it's done by pulling with your pinky. This is a Leonard Green technique that sends the cards a-flying. And the reason I don't use this is because it's a little harder to control. That's the idea. Just by doing that, it flies off the top. So that's the top shot. And now you know what you need to know. If your mom's calling you asleep, you better go, man. I don't want to be the one that keeps you in trouble. Bonjour, gracias. Très bien. I don't speak Spanish. Thank you for the kind words. They are appreciated. Yeah, man, Ricky J doing the, certainly the EA410 pop-out move. He popularized that move. He's the one everyone wants to do it and know it. His performance of the assembly is fantastic. He actually uses the patter from the Bible. So Ricky J uses the patter from Expert at the Card Table, which is archaic. It's like from the early 1900s. You know? But if you, that's how he presented the trick. And in his show, it was a moment of art, a thing of beauty. And yeah. Will I do a tutorial for that? Nah. You know, the things that I teach are the things that I really use, and that's just not one that I use. And I don't really have any special things to offer. I try to always add a little something of my own if I'm offering a tutorial. In other words, I don't want to reproduce something that someone else has already offered to the fraternity. And certainly if it's a commercial item, which Grandpa's Aces, is it a commercial item? I think someone released it. I don't think it's the best version of that trick. So, yeah, do this. Just YouTube McDonald's Aces and then pick one of those. You'll find a bunch that you like. Ricky J was the ultimate card flinger. Yes, indeed. Many kindred spirits will be familiar with cards as weapons, which is a whole book on how to throw cards. Another revolutionary guy before his time. So Mogus Man wants to know if I could recommend cards that last longer. I really can't. You know, this is why I use Bicycle, and this is why I do Sleight of Hand. Especially when I'm street performing, it's not uncommon for me to go through 2 or 3 decks a day. So when you're throwing away $10 in decks away, multiple decks a week, you try to keep it cheap. The bottom card flick. Matthew, you're going to look for Hot Shot Cut. Yep, Ricky J's the man. Hey, if you haven't seen Ricky J and his 52 assistants, I know that's on YouTube somewhere. Do yourself a favor. YouTube Ricky J and his 52 assistants. It's one of my all-time favorite Magic shows. Probably a top 3. Probably a top 3. Card throwing, if you want to throw cards, the easiest way is just to clip it between these two fingers and flick your wrist and then let it go. Double facer. That's a gaff. This is the easy way, just right. There's a lot of ways that guys do it. I usually hold it this way because you can get kind of a boomerang action. You can get it to come back at you. I got my ceiling fan on, so this isn't gonna play well. So that's the way that I do it. And I know a lot of guys will force it this way. I don't do this, but they throw it this way to get a lot of velocity. These are the guys that are cutting vegetables and going into, throwing it into styrofoam. Yeah, Ricky's Cups and Balls is also great. Heck, everything Ricky does is great. The Diminishing Returns is less than, it's 20 bucks. It's $19.95. It has a bonus trick in there, the ambiguous card. I have not looked at the directions for this because I've been doing this trick for about 30 years. But, so I'm not sure what the ambiguous card is, but I do recall it in my brain. That is a great piece of magic, Diminishing Returns. It's fun, it's easy to do, and it gives your audience a moment of visual magic that they just don't see these days. That's not the kind of card trick people see. I'm resetting my deck, so next time I pull out McDonald's Aces, oh, there we go. Good suggestion by Matthew Mosley. Follow Rick Smith Jr., who I think has the world record for card throwing. He's the guy. Yeah, he's got tutorials. He has a whole brand of cards. He has Banshees. They you throw the cards and it goes, makes a sound. It's got a little sound thing in it. Bogus Man wants to know the nicest looking flourish I know. I'll show you my standard one, okay? You put these up. Let me get some Purdy cards out. Here. I've been enjoying these. Here, we'll do. What are we going to handle today, Mr. Conn? Where's my cards? Well, we can just go back to the... Looking for the purple cherries. I've really been enjoying the purple cherries, but... Oh, there they are. Here we go. We'll mix it up a little bit. So when I do flourishes, I generally do this. This is the razzle-matazzle thing. This is two different cuts in two different hands simultaneously. So I'm doing a Charlier in one hand and a Hot Shot in the other. And a Revolution cut here, followed by the Backhand Flip. Sometimes I'll combine that with a Sybil style action. So if I want to do all of the moves, whoa! Sometimes that happens. Again, these are brand new, hardly used cards. Never the perfect... I don't like using brand new cards. They're just a little too slippery. Boom. How do I do the ring trick? Very well. Thanks for asking. So if you haven't found my tutorials on the platform, I do a lot of tutorials. I got over 40 tutorials waiting for you. The Backhand Flip is a good one, and it's not as hard as you might think. I have a hard time breaking this down. And by the way, Snoop, good to see you, brother. So it kind of starts in a face up. This is the starting grip, so the thumb at one side, finger at the other. These fingers curl under, and then as the hand revolves, the packet revolves to the back of the hand. There are interesting ways to get that packet off the back of your hand. You can turn this into a fan. And I don't know that one. So I'm not doing that. This is work that I learned from Devo or Jerry. I don't know. Jerry's last name's a hard one, but Handlords. Handlords have a lot of flourish stuff. So Matthew, I'm a dealer, right? I have a little spot called Conjure.com, and this is where I sell magic tricks. I have this deck. If I use it, I sell it here. If you want to go somewhere else, I generally recommend Brent Braun. He runs a brick and mortar magic shop, J&B Magic in Albany, Indiana. And barring that, I would say Penguin Magic is a good resource, or Vanishing Ink. The Cherry deck is a Murphy's release. This is not an organic playing cards deck. Could be though, right? With the cherries on it. I do not do a gimmickless invisible deck routine. So you could ask again, it'll still be no. I love the gimmick version. I love the gimmick version. So I just do that. It's always with me if I'm working as a professional. Sure, I could do a sleight of hand version, but knowing this is in my pocket gives me this. If I ever have a problem, it gives me an out. And if I ever just want to chill out and not do knuckle busting sleight of hand, this gimmick deck provides me, really, it could be 5 or 10 minutes of entertainment if I want, but at least a few minutes where I can just goof around and not have to worry about method and know that I have a moment that's going to kill, and this is what the invisible deck is for me. There are good sleight of hand options. I just don't do it. So Max, can I do a tutorial on the Sybil Cut? You know, I would consider that, and here's why. The Sybil Cut that I use is a false Sybil. This Sybil Cut was invented by a guy Cap Casino. He was on the scene in the late 90s when everyone was doing flourish work, and he released a DVD called Cap Cuts. And it was a derivative DVD. It was a lot of kind of related to material to what the Buck twins were doing and some of the Handlord stuff. But on this DVD, I happened to learn this 4-packet false Sybil. So this Sybil is, again, they're slippery. This Sybil is a false Sybil. I'll do it in slow motion if you want to try and follow this about the tutorial. Whoa. Okay, you got it? Take notes. There'll be a quiz at the end. Smarter magician to transition to a deck that's not brand new. The bottom packet never moves on that one. If you take note, this packet's going to stay there. So I'm doing a tri-cut to begin. This goes between the thumb and the third finger. That swivels between the pinky and the third. That goes between the thumb and the first. Take this one 180 degrees, spin it, end it with a revolution cut, and that's how you do the Cap Casino. But what I was saying is this. His material is not available any longer. It's not commercially released. I don't know that Cap Casino is even alive, if that was his real name. Who has the last name of Casino? And if maybe I could release his material, I'll see if I can find him. I'll work on it for you. I don't do a lot of flourish tutorials, and it wouldn't hurt to do 1 or 2 of those originally. Do I know Shin Lim? Yeah, we know each other. I met Shin Lim about 10 years ago when he was in New Orleans. He did a few things here. We worked on a project where we were doing a Magic Castle style thing. He did a couple shows there and a lecture. I actually emceed the show he performed in. So that we've had lunch and we've argued. So I've argued with Shin Lim. I know him that well. He thinks I'm old. Because I am. So I talked about A.B.See. And when I talked about it, Bogus, whoa. I mentioned I can't really perform it. 2 reasons. Number 1, it's a memorization system that while it only takes minutes, I haven't spent minutes learning. I could expose it, but I'm not going to do that. And then it's this. This trick needs to be done for live humans. Like I can't really perform this trick over the black mirror because I don't have a mind to read. I don't have someone to shuffle the cards or to think of one. And so it's not really demoable. There is a demonstration, a full, I think, performance on my website on the A.B.See page. And man, if you have the least interest in this kind of thing, you'll love it. It's a great prop. A great one. Shin is the coolest. Absolutely. You could tell by his hair. And when he does this, that way you know. Shin is not old. Do I want to be on A.B.T.? I'm assuming AGT. I used to, but not anymore. I have a loose interest in being on Fool Us. But at the same time, I feel this. I feel, well, I'm blessed with a wonderful audience to present my things to on a regular basis. So these things interested me a lot more when I did not have an audience. And now that I have an audience to share the magic with, I'm just thankful for that. I did audition for Penn and Teller. I wasn't chosen. Did I audition again? I didn't care the second time. I just don't care that much anymore. Care's overrated. You know, Jimmy, my theory is this. We're better humans than the ones with hair because we have more time in our life. We don't have to get haircuts. We don't have to wash the hair or condition it or brush it. Look at all this time we save. Probably 10 to 30 minutes a day, 7 days a week. That's like an extra lifetime. We get an extra lifetime for being bald. Bald power. Yeah, I should have tried out for Foolus again. Here's the thing. I'm also acquainted with Mike Close. Like Mike Close, who is their guy. He picks the guys. He knows who I am. If they wanted me on the show, they could have picked me. There's some reason they didn't pick me, and that's fine. Because when I submitted my audition, I also submitted the notion that I have over 200 other effects online that they'd be happy to pick from. And knowing it's not always about fooling Penn and Teller, but maybe it's more about the story, I thought somewhere in there, in those 200 pieces, we could have found a story to slap my face on Fool Us. They opted not to do that, and that's okay. I don't dwell on it. Like I said, I'm so busy these days, I don't got time to think about anything except the exact task right in front of me. That's my life right now. August, maybe one day I'll do a hat reveal. How about this? At 1 million, I'll do a no hat stream. 1 million, and I'll do a stream with no hat. Someone's going to have to hold me to that, though. All right, guys, I said I'd stick around about an hour today. We're on the home stretch as we got about 9 minutes left before I take a deep breath and relax at accomplishing my goals for this day. Do I have a pet rabbit? I do not, but I have, actually I have 2 cats. We lost a cat yesterday. The mean one passed away, Bailey. Everyone was very sad. I was less sad, but so now we're down to 2 cats. St. John Bosco Jr. III and the Dark Knight. So yes, I need some additions to my site at conjure.com. The purple cherries are not easily found. My website's a train wreck. It's like finding little gems when you get to the best option is just to go to the magic shop page and scroll through that. Chris Bronco thinks he has a tough question. Who's my favorite magician of all time? Tommy Wonder. Favorite card man and favorite coin man. I'm going to give Coin Man to Gary Kurtz. Favorite card man, Bill Malone. Bill does everything, but he does cards more entertaining than anyone on the planet. Cards and rope. You know, in a book I'm reading right now, and it's one that I recommend, Steve R. is asking if I could do a trick with cards and rope. John Graham has a great version of the lasso card, where you tie a knot in a rope and then you throw it into a bag, which has a deck in it, and you pull the rope out, and it's lasso to selection. I might do that trick. Aside from that, no, but it's on my list. And yeah, Animal, where were you before? We were doing some cardistry. I'll do some more while I chat here. I'll use this fine. This is a cardistry deck if I've ever seen one. Yeah, losing cats is a sadness. This is another thing I added to the site. This is the Revolution. This is the Greg Wilson Revolution gimmick, which allows you to spin a deck, and that's a fun time. Goes well with the roulette-themed pack. Cups and balls. Hey, Paul, I'm going to do a Cups and Balls special in the near future. I'm working on themed short magic shows. Next week, we're going to have a rope magic show. If you see the rope video, hey, give it some algorithmic love. It helps me out. And then maybe next week after that, Cups and Balls. So it'll be 1 week's Cups and Balls, one week is coin magic, one week is ropes. I did cards for the first week. Here's the cool thing about this deck. If you haven't seen it, I've shown it on here before, but let me get it. Watch for the roulette ball. Did I skip it? I skipped it. That cat didn't like me. She was the mean one. Oh well. There it went. I was at the top. Let me move it to the bottom. I only have one favorite card. There it is. I only have one favorite card. It's the 4 of Diamonds, which some of you should know now. Certainly Goldbug does, because he won himself a Harry Potter deck today. Again, if you're in late to the stream, you want to win a Harry Potter deck, the link's in the description below, and you could go visit me at Instagram, drop a comment there. And next week on my first my very first Instagram live. I'm gonna, my very first Instagram live. Ooh. That'll be next Friday at 7 p.m. Roulette deck's available at conjure.com. It's also, what is this? Mechanics Industries. You guys the scoop here. Need to hunt it down. I don't keep a lot of stuff in stock. Number one, I can't afford to keep a lot of stuff in stock. And I'm also not all about, despite this, let me let you know this. I do plug the site a lot, but I'm not all about selling magic to make a living. I'm about selling magic to give people that are interested access to good props. I don't need to sell magic to make money. In fact, I make very little profit off the website. Greatly appreciate everyone that shops there. And this does give me access to new props and things that make my shorts available as well. But my real goal is just to make the world have better magic. I offer the stuff I sell, and I stand behind it all. Facebook's paying me a stupid amount of money these days, and I just, the shop money is irrelevant to me. I've met Hannibal, don't know him personally as a friend. Would love to, seems like a good guy to know. Do a giveaway on II? I don't know what that is. Instagram, I'm doing a giveaway, and I've done some on TikTok. I'm doing them here mainly. I think this is the best spot, but I have a goal of getting to 10K on Instagram, so I'm following that goal right now. Hello, Germany. Did I say that? You need a Harry Potter card, Bill? I can't help you yet, man. Welcome back, Jason. Yes, it is a goal. Right. Like, I think this. I love what I do. I am living a dream right now with the simple mindset of doing what I love for people that love it with me. I've loved magic my whole life. There seems to be a few of you that feel the same way. And I'm lucky to have some muggles that watch my shorts. And now I'm able to pay bills with these experiences versus having to do some of the other things with magic in my life that maybe I wasn't so happy to do. And if you are considering life as a professional magician, keep that in mind. If you work professionally, you're likely to be less inspired to do artistic things beyond the professional work. And this will entail gigs that you don't want to be at. They're uncomfortable, hot, sweaty, long. It's, working as a professional entertainer is anything but easy. And I did that for 30 years. I've been a struggling professional performer for the better part of my adult life, and now opting to take the bull by the horns, the reins, and take the opportunity I found in the pandemic and just keep doing the thing I call whatever I want. Gary refuses to take the members discount. Okay, I'm not going to argue. I'm not a wealthy man. I'm comfortable. I feel wealthy recently because I have more money than usual. But we're still a one-car family. I don't have the Tesla. I don't have the MacBook yet. And I'm looking at my vision board. Our vacation to Bora Bora. You want to see the vision board? Give you guys some backstage. There's the meth. That's where I ship things from. There's the vision board. The magic shop is behind those doors. There's the land of broken gear, and that's backstage. There's some over here as well. Great trick. You want a great trick? That's a good one. All right, guys, look, we've been here an hour. Holy cow, it didn't feel like that. I hope it didn't feel the same for you watching. If you've made it the whole hour, thank you and congratulations. Switzerland, my favorite country. Can't wait to be back in Switzerland. Yeah, Goldbug, I was thinking summer, but now I'm thinking it might be 2023. I'm also thinking this. I'm in no rush. It's a marathon, not a sprint. The real piece to this puzzle, the biggest piece of all, is what you guys are doing with me here. The longer form on YouTube and having a community where we can share and grow. This is what's going to be the ground base for me. Short form videos, reels, and so on. The roller coaster in those wilds, and it's a challenging endeavor to make a living with. So I'm focused on this world. along the landscape world. And thanks to you guys for being a part of the ride. Yeah, it didn't feel like an hour, did it? Here, let's see if I can do the knot trick. I'm going to do the knot trick, and then I'm going to say goodbye, y'all, okay? This is the happy one to have. I used to have this. First of all, I had this trick in, I used to do it with 2 white ropes. That was a bad idea. And then I had a blue rope and a red rope, but quite honestly, the blue rope was, it's a little bit suspect. Try and keep this in frame here. All right, now we need some magic words. We need some magic words. Necka lecka hi. Necka hiney ho. You have to say that or the trick don't work. Necka lecka hi, necka jumby ho. If you say it just right, lo and behold, look at this. See? See? The knot jumps off the white rope, jumps right onto the red one there. Kind of thing you don't see every day. Unless you're me. Now, let me just do this off frame because I suck at it. This is a sliding knot. Yeah, you can slide it off the rope. Also a jumping knot. You could jump it right back on there. And then with a little laser breath, just a little laser breath, you can weld it back into one piece, actually fusing that knot onto the rope. Now that's a piece of rope magic. This is the Daryl acrobatic knot, and I guess we can make this not only an applause point, but also a commercial, because that's another trick I sell. I'm selling what I use, folks, at conjure.com, and that's the last piece of this stream. All right, guys, I hate to leave when the chat's strolling, but quite frankly, I've been working nonstop for the last 6 hours. I'm going to go take a deep breath and have a nice big cup of coffee. And let me say, Jake, brother, thank you once again. If anyone is making a difference in this magic business, it's Jake in game. Thank you, brother. You're the all-time #1 customer, and you are greatly appreciated. I'll get your stuff carefully packaged as well. And you never did get back with me if the magic wand was in there. I haven't forgot. All right, guys. Thanks again for showing up. Double thanks to the tippers. Jason, always appreciate you. Who sent the 25? It's way back there. But, man, thank you guys so much. And, yeah, it's going to be a wrap. I'm going to work on an oil and water routine, I think, for the rest of the day. I've been trying to get it published for the better part of a week now. Look for that snoozer on a short coming soon, and I'll see you guys on the next